My name is Samantha, and I'm the owner of the Purly Ewe. And I am also the one that you might have seen on a little trailer for our new product, who was handing my knitting over to a baby. Ooh. Um, I wanted to just kind of explain what was going on in that video to you, and so that way you're not wondering why this crazy woman is doing something like that. So, first of all, I also want to say that this is the first episode of hopefully many Purly Ewe podcasts. I would love to commit to a weekly podcast, but I think I need to be careful with that because we have 4 little ones and it's hard to find regular time to sit down when it's quiet and everyone's sleeping at the same time quietly. So I'm going to do what I can, but it might end up being more of a sporadic cast. Anyways, so the EweClip. It was an invention that came about because I had way too many experiences that I'm sure all of you knitters have experienced, where you reach into your bag to get your knitting and you pull it out and your needles come out, but your project is still in the bag. And it's horrifying and it's horrible. Or you notice that your little one is running across the room naked, wrapped in toilet paper, so you get up to go chase them, and then the other little one comes over, sees your knitting unattended, and takes it and pulls it apart. It's just awful when that happens. And so I was so frustrated that I told my husband, we need to figure out a solution. So we headed to the hardware store and we just wandered the aisles up and down. We were looking in the plumbing department, in the electronics department, in the hardware section, just everywhere trying to find something that might work. So we found a clip that would work, but the hole was too big. And we didn't know what we were going to do, but then my husband said, wait, I have an idea. And so he takes off running, and I'm left standing there and wondering, where did my husband go? So I grabbed the kids and the babies, and we chase after him down the hardware store aisles, and I see him turn into a corner, so I run after him, and I turn the same corner, and he has found the thing that's going to work, that's going to make our clip functional. So we came home and tested it, and we've been testing it for a year, and we love this thing. It has just been so useful and so helpful. It's been great. It's what it is, it's an adjustable clip that's multi-purpose, multifunctional, that works with any knitting needle size 0 to 15, and it might work on smaller needles. I just haven't tested it for those yet. So definitely size 0. It works on circulars, straights, double points, and I'll show you what I mean. So to start, I just want to give a shout out to my newest favorite podcast. There are so many great podcasts out there. I just can't believe the amount of talent that knitters have for talking to people and sharing their knitting, and it's so much fun to watch. But the newest one that I fall in love with is the Bakery Bears podcast. And so this is my little Bakery Bear ear that you might have seen my son shaking around. I just am using really long circulars because that way I can use the same needle, right, whether I'm working on the body or the head or what. Anyways, I do magic glue. So you pop off the clip, and it's very simple. It has a foam lining, so it's not going to damage your needles, and it's adjustable. So if you have larger needle, you can use the same clip. You don't have to buy a new clip depending on what size needles you have, unless, like I said, you go up past size US 15. So you just put your needles together, and I apologize, this might be loud if you're listening on headphones, but you just clip it together like that, and it's not going to come off very easily. With metal needles, it might slide off if you if you really tug on it, it'll slide off, but it's not just going to slide off in your bag, and your little ones probably won't really be able to slide them off unless they're really tugging on it. Okay, so another way to use it on circulars, I apologize for the clacking, you can also use it to try on garments. This is a cowl, So I don't have a sweater or anything like that right now, but you can put one on each needle on your circulars, and then pull out your knitting to try on your sweaters or your shawls. You could also spread out your shawls and take a look at them without having to hold that point real securely. There's no worries. It's gonna stay, you know it's gonna stay secure. So that's straights and circulars. And then this is something I'm so proud of. This is my husband's sock, his second project, and he's making socks. It kind of makes me sick because it took me forever to work my way up to socks. And then I started with a tiny little practice sock, and then I made myself a pair of socks, and they were two different, anyways. But this is fantastic. He's done such a good job. Look at that. He's doing some extra ribbing around the arch for some support, and he used the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and it just looks amazing. I am so impressed with this. So this is how you use it on double points. So you have your sock, or whatever you're working on. Size 0 and 1 double points will definitely fit in here. I imagine possibly up to 2 or 3. We still need to test those sizes. I don't own those sizes, so I haven't been able to test it myself, but you just you put them all together, lay it in there, and snap it shut on either side of your project. And it's safe and secure. It's not going anywhere. So you saw my son was shaking all around. When my husband saw it, he was like, "Why are you using my sock? I'm almost done with that." And then he wasn't really upset because he knew it was fine with the EweClip on it, but he had a little moment of panic watching Noah shake it around. But anyways, so that's the EweClip. It's a simple little product, but it's really going to save you time because you're not going to have to worry about picking up drop stitches after the needles have fallen off in your project bag, or your project falling off at the train station and unraveling. We absolutely love it, and we were nervous about starting this because we are, well, it's hard to put yourself out there, and it's scary to start something like this and to invest money and your resources. But in fact, when we were talking about it, my husband and I was listing off all the worst case scenarios. Oh, we could lose all this money, and oh, what if someone steals our idea and rips it off and they make millions of dollars and we don't? Which we aren't out to make lots of money. That's really not the point anyway. But I was just going through all the what ifs. And then my husband stopped and he said, "No, the worst case scenario is for knitters to not have this. It's for us to hoard this idea and to not get this into the hands of the knitters." And I started getting misty-eyed when he said that, just because he was right. That would be the worst case scenario. Not because we're so amazing, but because this product it really works well. It's so functional, and it'll make your life easier. And that's what we want to be able to do, is just to provide you with something that will make your life easier, because our knitting is so precious to us. It's such a sacred art form. I mean, I don't want to sound silly, but it really is. We know what it means to us. And so to lose it, even if it's that first project that started as a square and started looking like a trapezoid, you made that, and it's precious, and you don't want to lose it to needles falling out. That's a horrible experience. And so we're excited to get this into your hands. We hope that you'll join us on our Ravelry page, the Purly Ewe Ravelry page, and start talking about it. Let us know what you think of it. Let us know if you're excited about it, if you would like to purchase one, just to kind of give us an idea of how many to have ready once we launch September 1st. It is not a commitment to buy. It's just to kind of give us an idea. And we just want to get to know you. We're so excited to get to know you. I was cutting the foam pieces the other day, and I was thinking about all of the the knitting that this is going to save, all of the needles that this is going to go on, and that these are going to go on, all the places that they're going to go, and the people that they're going to help. And I was picturing that first project, you know, having it on the needles of that first project that starts to look like a trapezoid, or on the wedding shawl that someone's knitting for their daughter. And it just warmed my heart to think of that and to think of you. And so I appreciate you guys giving us your time to listen to me go on and on about our invention. And we're looking forward to getting to know you better over the next coming podcasts, and just over time. We can't wait. And so we just love the knitting community, and we love to be a part of it, and we love to try to find ways to help you and to make your life easier. So thanks again for stopping by the Purly Ewe YouTube channel and for watching our first Purly Ewe podcast. Next time I'll go into more detail about the yarn we used and the projects that we're working on, but this time I just wanted to do a short little blurb to let you know what was going on with the baby and the knitting. So anyways, have a great day. Bye-bye.